Pasco County breaking news. Let's talk about growth in Pasco County. I'd like to get your thoughts on this because according to Tampa Bay 28, massive new developments are breaking ground in Dade City, especially around Handcart Road and Prospect Road. And they report that Stanley Martin Homes is building around 400 homes with construction expected to take 7 to 8 years. And another builder, Casa Fresca Homes, is also putting in a nearby subdivision in that area. Some of the neighbors that they spoke to are hopeful about new stores and jobs that could come from the development, and others are worried about traffic and congestion and losing the small town feel that Dade City is known for. So I did a little digging about where Pasco County sits right now in terms of development. And right now in Pasco County, it's reported there's about 4,500 homes actively listed for sale, which is up from under 3,000 listings just a year ago. And also homes are sitting longer on the market. And this information comes from local MLS and market reports. At the same time, there's over 600 construction projects across the county with another 200 waiting for approval based on county permitting and planning data. So we can assume that supply of housing is rising. And on the population side, Pasco has grown about 15% in the past 5 years based on US Census data. And in the county's own long-term plan, the Pasco 2050 Comprehensive Plan, it projects another 220,000 plus people living in Pasco County by the year 2045. Okay, now that I just threw a ton of numbers at you, here's where I think it gets interesting. Those projections are based upon the past 5 years when Florida and Pasco was growing crazy. But Florida's growth has slowed down a lot since 2024, and domestic moves into Florida have fallen by almost 90% from their peak. Although I will say Pasco is still growing faster than most counties, mostly because people are moving here from Tampa or Pinellas for cheaper housing. But the overall boom to Florida has cooled. So here's the food for thought part. A lot of the homes being built now were approved 2 to 3 years ago when Florida growth was exploding. And that means we're seeing this wave of construction landing at the same time that demand is starting to level out. Development doesn't start when bulldozers show up. It starts when zoning changes and projects are approved, most of the time years prior to breaking ground. Considering all of this, do you think that Pasco County is overbuilding now? Or do you think that this level of growth and development is still sustainable? Let me know what you think in the comments, and make sure you're following along here for all your Pasco County news and updates. I'll see you next time.